So hopefully now everybody can see me again. So what we're going to do again, starting off from scratch, is we're going to go make a new piece, and we're going to think about the design intent of that drawing. So the one we're going to be drawing, like I was saying earlier, is we're going to go make a rectangle with a hole in the middle. And I'll show you the two methods of why you can use it for. Let's go make a sketch from the top plane again, from the middle. We're going to go here, go like this, and we're going to go, before we even start, is make our relations and add 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's all make them equal to each other. I grabbed something by accident. Let's go check again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And let's all make them equal to each other. And now let's go add our dimension. So in the case of our drawing, they're going to be, oh, I didn't change my units this time. So before I even change the units, do any dimensions, I'm just going to go here, put inches, go back to edit document, go to drafting annotation, and switch it also to inches as well. ANSI, sorry. Let's go back and edit our sketch. And we're just going to go add our dimension now. Right here of 6 units. So now we have our square like I was showing you earlier. From here now we're going to add a circle in the middle, and we're also going to put it at 3, 3. So we're going to add a circle like so, right over here, and we're going to dimension it so it goes from here to here. It's going to be 3, which is good, and also from here to here is going to be also 3. So now we have this lovely piece, and now we're going to extrude this piece. Let's actually add a dimension first. I didn't notice, I forgot that. Let's go add a dimension. Again, I apologize for the glitching of Solidworks. There's nothing I can do there. Press 1. And now from here, now you see if I go press extrude like we learned before, and we'll put it as 1 unit or 1 inch, we have a rectangle with a hole in the middle of it. Now, the reason I said design intent, so if this hole, if you're doing it once, fine, you don't have to worry about it. But the difference of using concentric in the middle or using the origin as your main piece or adding dimension is this. Because now, if I were to go back and I were to edit the sketch, and I were to change the size of our square to say 18, oh no, let's not do a big number, let's do 10. What do you notice? If you notice, it's always keeping the circle in that location. Now, if that's the case where no matter what size piece you're making, that hole has to be 3, 3, then this is the method you would use to draw this drawing. Because you're saying no matter how big I make this rectangle, maybe 10, maybe 20, it's always going to stay 3, 3 in that corner. Again, this is where I'm saying about design intent. So we're telling it, okay, we're going to stay in this location. Now, the other way of drawing this, and if I press back, you notice it's going to make the hole there as well, is if I wanted to keep it always in the middle. Now, if I wanted it always in the middle, adding a dimension saying 3, 3 isn't a smart thing. Why? Because fine, it works for the 6 by 6, but it won't work for the other ones as well. So what we're going to do here is now we're going to add another method. Instead of doing 6, 6, we're going to make it concentric to the middle, and we could even add it to the origin, which is much easier. So we're going to delete this dimension, delete this dimension, and now you notice we can move, other than getting a seizure from the way this computer is acting. I'm just going to delete this. Go back. Apparently I did not delete it. Let's add the dimension, delete the dimension, and let's go delete the circle, which means now if I go back, it's going to update my sketch as well. So let's go back now and just edit the sketch. And instead of doing the dimension, what we're going to do is we're going to make that same circle we did before, but we're going to lock it concentric to the middle of our drawing. So now if I go put my dimension, if I go put here and I say this was 1 and I were to accept it, we have the same thing again. The hole is in the middle. The only difference is now is if I go back and I change the size of my sketch from 6 to 20, you're going to notice what? The hole always stays in the middle. So that's what the main thing I'm trying to tell you guys. Depending on how you are deciding to make this, you will have to decide, is it always going to be 3, 3, 4, 4, or a specific dimension, or is it going to be placed always in the middle no matter what I'm drawing? So that's why when you are drawing something, stop, look at the drawing, and see how how you're gonna build it. So as you saw in the first approach, we locked it to 3, 3. So when it was 6 by 6, 3, 3 is in the middle, yes. But if I ever were to change this shape to a bigger number or a smaller number, then that circle wouldn't be in the middle anymore. On the second approach, where we used the sketch, the relations, and we allowed it to go in the middle, we saw that no matter what size we made it, that hole constantly stood in the middle. So neither of these methods that I'm showing you were wrong. It just you need to know ahead of time if that circle will ever move or if it's always going to be fixed in that location. So it always depends on the situation that you're working with, if that's the case or not. If when you are modifying, when you practice this, and you are modifying, and you notice that once you exit a sketch or not, the hole doesn't move, then you may have to rebuild. You get a little stop sign light on top. That's the rebuild button, or you could press Control 8, which it means is your computer did the piece, yes, but it didn't refresh it. So to be able to refresh something, again, you can press Control B or hit the little spot, the stoplight, and it's going to update your 3D model. So your um, depending on your computer, I could say, would be the would tell you if you have to rebuild or not. So now that that was completed, the next thing I want you guys to do, and then I'm gonna show it to you, then you guys could pause, take a screenshot, is I want you guys to build this piece right here. So I'll give you some time to do it. I'm showing it to you right now. So this is the piece I want you guys to build. This is not a good example. Let me just get you a clearer one. 1 second. Right over here. Let me just transfer it. So this one right over here, let me make it full screen. So I want you guys to build this piece here. But before jumping in and building it, I want you guys to look at it and see how you would build this item here. Don't worry about making the sheets for dimensions. I just want you guys to build this. So I'll give you guys some time, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you the methods that I would have used to build this as well. So I'm going to give you guys some time to look at this, and then we'll continue in a bit. Let me zoom in a bit. There you go. All right, so I've given you guys enough time. So now, while you're looking at this, again, I'm going to repeat this. I said it before, is before you start making this model, you should pause and think about how would I build it. So there's a kind of like, for this one here, I could show you the steps that we can do when build. Again, you don't have to do it this way, but this is a good example where we first make the first profile, extrude it, then we add the chamfer around, then we add the other chamfer because there's two different ones, and then we add the 4 holes. And it's not going to take that long to build it. So let's go try it out right now. hold on. My computer is a little bit slow today. There we go. So we're going to start with our sketch. Again, for the units, we'll put them in inches. So you have to make sure you did that, inches. So if you didn't catch that in the beginning, then you should be redoing the part. So let's go back here, documents, and switch this as well. So now we're going to do a sketch. Okay, and we'll do it from the top plane. And like I said before, we could start by doing that base piece. So let's make a sketch. Let's start with we could do a rectangle from the middle. And the rectangle would be 6. Just the dimensions. Again, any way you would do it would be fine. I'll do it one way. So 6 this way, and our thickness should be 1/4. Actually, that's our diameter, so it's to be times 2. So we go here again. Oops. Let's see if this would work. If we do equals times 2. There we go. So we could also put the formula as well inside the little box. So now we got the 1.5. If it's wrong, I'll fix it later on, but don't worry too much right now. So we got our radius for the outer one. So now we're going to go and do we have this done. Let's go make our circle. And we're going to make it dimension. So again, you could do this any way you want. So let me just do this way. My diameter is going to be 1/4, or just type in 1.5. There we go. So now we could go use our relations. This line here with this circle here, tangent, and let's go make also this one here and this point here horizontal. So we do have that piece set in. So now that we have that, we could go, actually, let me just show you how to fix the issue with the 1.5 we're getting. So we go to the tools, documents, see it says ANSI. Now we go to annotation, and where's dimensions? Units. So right now it's doing decimal. If we want fractions to show up, we could just do fractions of 1/8. In this case, we're going to 1/8 is good. So we'll just do 1/8. And now we have our fraction going. So as we can see, this should be, oh, I think I did the wrong number. This should have been, hold on. This should have been radius is 1/4. 1. Oops. Why isn't it changing? Hold on, something is wrong here. Let me get rid of this guy for now. Hold on, guys. Let me get rid of this.
Maybe you could increase the.
Yeah, we're going to increase the, sorry about that. We're going to increase the rectangle. This one here was too small. So let's go make this a little bit bigger because we did the wrong number. See, so let me just stretch it. My Solidworks is doing a little bit glitching and it's annoying me. So let's go try again, click here. Now let's see if it allows me to do it. 1/4. I think it's my fraction. Let's go check my fractions again. 1 second. Yeah, so it should be 8. This is okay. Press OK. But technically speaking, I don't know why it's not letting me go bigger. Or maybe it's because I did the, let me just go check this. Let's get rid of these ones for now. And now let's go try one more time. Okay, this is good, this is good. Let's go change it from here. The radius should be 1 over 4. Why can't I change this? 1 second. So we're having that little glitch, like I said. So what we did is we just simply just erased it again. We also, for those, in case you forgot, we did also increase, like was mentioned, we increased it to 32 fraction, our precision. So now if we go do a circle again from the middle, now I should be able to type in 1 over 4. Now it works. And we do the same thing we did before, and it will change the size of this. So add a relation from here to the middle. We're going to make it, get rid of the, this point here, I guess. We're going to make it, something's wrong there. From this point to this point, we're going to, there's so many things going on here. From here to here, wow, this is really horizontal. Oh, I moved the actual point. Let me just move this guy closer to it. I don't know what is going on with my SolidWorks today, but it's getting me sick. Look at this. What's going on here? Let's erase this again quickly. I don't even know what's going on. Everything is happening at the same time here. So let's go back and rebuild this. Let's see what the hell is going on here. Let's go back and edit the sketch. Now let's go again and try it. This is a lot easier than it's looking a lot harder than it's supposed to be. So we're gonna go type this again. Type in 1 over 4. There we go. Now from here, let's go try and add our relations. Add a relation. This edge with this one here. We're going to this circle with this tangent. We're on the wrong side. So let's go put this guy here. And now let's do it. From here to here. We're going to make a tangent. Perfect. And also we're going to make the top also tangent. So we don't need the dimensions. Let's go add a relation from here to here, tangent, and from here to here, tangent. And we forgot to add our dimension. That would have helped us. Let's go add our dimension again for the third time. Oops, I forgot to add it. So let me just type it here again. 1 over 4. 1 over 4. I think I know what the issue is. Let's go press something. Undo, 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 undo. Let's get rid of this dimension for now. Let's get rid of this line. Let's break this up for now. I have no clue what is going on with this drawing. So we're just going to start with the circle. And let's see now if I constrain it. Constrained. Add relation from this point to this point, make it horizontal. There we go. So now we have done that. Now let's go draw a line, a rectangle, sorry, from here to here. Just do like this. Now let's go make our constraints one more time. So as you can see, even with a lot of practice, sometimes the software just doesn't want to cooperate with you for some reason. From here to here, tangent. Let's make our dimension first. Dimension. So if you don't want to do the thing, you could just do this again. Equals 1 over 4 inches times 2. And now it doesn't work for some reason. 1.25 times 4. I can't do anything anymore. Nothing is working here. So let's see if I can change it manually here. And I type in 1 over 4 as you could tell, nothing seems to be working. And I don't have any tangents or anything, so I don't know why it's just doing this for. Oh, it is 1 and 1 over 4. Okay, sorry. So that was good. So now let's go do our tangents. Hopefully it works now. Let's go do this circle with this tangent. There we go. Now it's starting to wake up. Let's do the other side. This and this one here, tangent. There we go. Sorry about the long delay. This one here and this one here, tangent as well. Maybe go the other way. Let's go back. Let's go this one here and this one here, tangent. And let's go add our dimension now. This one should be 6. There we go. We're starting to get our thing working now. So now we have our profile. All we have left to do is do the trim. And for the trim, we'll just use a power trim, like so. There we go. There we go. And we get rid of this. This is the longest piece to build so far. There we go. So now we have our profile like I showed you earlier. Let's go zoom out a bit. Okay. Now we have that. Let's go extrude it our distance, which is 2. So as you can see, if this thing was working right away, it would be a lot easier. This would be a distance of 2. What is going on with this today? It's kicking me out. Two inches. This looks pretty thick. There we go. This looks very thick compared to the drawing. So maybe I put 2 feet. Let's go check what's wrong with my computer today. Edit sketch. This is good. Let's go back. Edit feature. I put 2. Okay, for some reason it looks much thicker. I don't even know what's
Rob,
going
it's
on.
1/2.
It's 1 over 2. Oh, it's 1 over 2. Thank you. So it's going to be 1 over 2. There we go. 1 over 2, we got to accept. There we go. As you can see, even looking at the drawing before, because I was only looking at this, I thought that was a line. But if you actually zoom in, thank you again. If we zoom in to the drawing, you see it's actually 1 over 2. It's because I have it on another screen. I didn't see it. But now we have our thickness and we have our first piece corrected. So let's go see why our sketch isn't fully constrained. Let's just go to our top view and check it. I think we're just missing the dimensions, apparently. So let's go just quickly add our dimensions. Dimensions. From here, let's do this one here. And of course, now that I'm trying to do dimensions, nothing is working. Wow, this is a fun day today. Edit sketch again to normal. Smart dimensions. Okay, so it is fully constrained. Trust me on that. We're just missing dimensions. It doesn't want to work. I'm not going to fight it today. The next step we're going to do is we're going to do our chamfers. Where's my chamfer? Chamfer is over here. And we see that our chamfers are 1 1/4 by 3/8. So it's going to be a multi one. So we're going to go here and go do distance, distance. For the front one, we're going to do any order you want. And we're going to go put asymmetric. Our first distance is going to be 1 over 4. And our second distance is going to be 3 over 8. 3 over 8. And we're going to click this piece over here. And we don't want the full edge. We just want the first edge. So we're going to go and uncheck this. Clear. I don't know why we got everything. All I wanted was this. Something is wrong today. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to try something else. Hold on. I know, guys, it's okay. Just bear with me. Let's see if we do the back one first. Let's do another chamfer. Let's go do the side one, which is one in, where's the other one? Chamfer is, there we go, 1 1/4 on this one. Give me 1 second. So like you said before, by looking, it's 1/4. So we're going to click the first one, 1/4. And like I said before I did it, I was doing it the wrong side. So this one here should be 1/4 all the way around, like that. And the back one, which we were doing before, the other number, chamfer again, is going to be distance, distance. Sorry, distance, distance. We're going to go put asymmetric. And it was, again, let me just look at my drawing. It was 1/4 by 3/8. And I click this one over here. And you see we have the, oh, it's the other way around. So let's flip the distance. This one here should be 3/8. I put 8 and a 4 pops up. And this one here should be 1/4. So it looks like this one over here. Accept it. And now we're starting to have our shape forming. I think it's supposed to be a little longer than this. It should be one, oh, it's 1/4. Let me go edit that. Edit feature. 1/4. So this one here should be 1/4. And this one here should have been 3/8. Like so. So now we have our flat piece over here. So again, I should do what I preach and actually look at the drawing before I starting. I was just quickly doing it for you. So now all we have left to do is just add the holes on top. So we got to go do a sketch from the top view. And the hole locations are given on the drawing right over here. So we see we have from the first one, it's 1/4, then it goes to the first hole, then it's 1, 1, 1, and the remaining is 1/4. So we're going to go do that quickly. So we're going to go towards our top view. Okay, our top view, like so. I'm going the other way, but it's okay. Let's go make a circle from the middle. I'm just going to put it right over here, a line there. There we go. And I'm just going to do my first dimension, like it says, from here to here. And I guess my dimensions are not working today. Let's go try again. Dimensions. So because of the glitch, like I said, if you see it glitching, save and restart your SolidWorks. Now I have my dimensions back. So let's just go find what the dimension was quickly so I could finish this one. So from the first edge, which is this one over here, we see that it is not from there, the dimension. Dimension actually is, so let me just cancel this dimension. This dimension should be from Smart Dimension, from here to here. From this edge here, our first dimension is, let's see, 1 inch. Right, then afterwards we're going to use the array tool. Let's go use our array tool. Let's go use this profile here. Let's go put the distance of 1. And let's go add the other direction. And we have 4 holes. So clearly my first dimension was wrong. So let's go fix this first dimension here, which is not supposed to be 1. This is 1 1/4 for here. Then it goes 1, 1, 1. And I guess we got to do some math to get that one there. Let's go press OK. Sorry guys, it's a little laggy. All right, so again, how I did that? So it should be, we go back to the chamfer for a second, and it should be 1/4 by 1/2. So let's go choose, yeah, just delete it and redo it. Delete this, chamfer again. Where's my chamfer? Let's go to this edge here. I did the top one, and we said it should be 1/4 over 1/2. Oops, the other way around. 1/2 divided by 1/4. Should be like this. So this is the actual way it should have been. And then afterwards, if we go back and move our sketch, or it's okay, we edit the sketch, we see that the distance we had before, which should have been, once you do the math, should be 1/2 inch from here, and then we have our spacing, and we have our hole directly perfect. All that's left to do to finish this one here is just do our extrude cut. Let's go do extrude cut, choose our sketch that we worked on, go through all, and press accept. And like that, we have the holes do go through all we see in the drawing, and we have our piece that should have took faster, but took not like a whole day to do. But we have that first piece done. So all we had left to do, which we forgot to do again because I was rushing, is for our holes. What the hell's going on here? So before we did our cuts, again, you could have fully constrained it, but just for the purpose of this tutorial, I didn't do it. We just add our dimension to the first one, which should be 5. Oh, that was a pretty good 508. So that actually was pretty good guess that we did that one. And now we finished. So we have everything done and everything complete. So now we're going to close this one here. Sure, don't save at this point. And we're going to move on to the next part of our lecture. So now that we've done that, I'm going to, well, afterwards, once you're done, I'll give you guys more assignments to work on, and then we'll continue with the next one. So I'm going to continue with talking and doing the lecture. And what we'll do afterwards is I'll give it to you these assignments later on, and you guys will be able to work on those assignments on your own time or tomorrow as well.